So we thought we'd start talking about financial health, because financial health is connected to our mental health and emotional health and relational health. So God wants us to be financially healthy as well. And there's lots of parts to it. I mean, we could later on talk about stewardship. Stan reckoned that this would be a good teaching today on addiction to easy money. It's another living wisdom teaching. It's really good. Yeah, so do you guys know the difference between what is theft, what is robbery, and what is burglary? Today we're going to talk about theft.
The lawyer, please.
I'm failing the lawyer.
Three different things.
Yes. So theft is taking something from someone without their consent or knowledge. Say you take a pot plant from here, and you didn't, I don't know it's missing, you just like, oh, I really love that pot plant, I'm just gonna keep it for myself. And so robbery is taking something from someone by force or threatening force, so taking it from them. And burglary, it involves breaking and entering into a property with the intent to commit a crime, namely to steal. So theft, robbery, burglary. So today we're talking about theft. And when that's habituated, it becomes quite a habit. Shoplifting, for instance, it becomes an addiction to easy money. Like you're addicted, like, oh, this is easy. This gives me thrills. Yeah. But here's a good question to ask. If you are honest, is it because you respect property ownership or because you fear the consequences of getting caught? So the answer to that is a heart motivation, right? The true heart motivation to be honest or dishonest, which is connected to the stealing, theft. So primarily habitual theft is best approached as quite simply as an addiction. It's the thrill of stealing and risking getting caught. It causes the release of dopamine. And like any other learned habit, it can be unlearned with increased motivation, supervision, and alternative self-talk. So it's just like any other addiction, and the same way out are those things. Even now and into the future, we can expect a huge upsurge in parents looking for help with habitual juvenile theft in our communities. Yeah, there's so much more going on, right? Kids from so young, stealing, breaking into shops, people's homes with absolutely no respect for other people's possessions or property. It's simply because more and more children are neglected, just neglected for longer periods by parents too busy, preoccupied, and during, those early days, crucial days of when the children are tempted and the parents haven't been around to call it out, to pull them out and teach them. And they're just simply too busy with other stuff or their own problems and issues. And also it's because we see this rise in theft. It's because we as a society are becoming more and more materialistic, right? We are. Does a parent know their own child well enough to be absolutely certain whether he or she has stolen anything in the last 30 days? That's a good question to ask parents. Like, how well do you know your child? How do you know they haven't stolen anything recently? And also the fact that crime, like ram raiding, right? You read about it all the time. It's increased so much. It just can get normalised. When we normalise something, we numb our conscience because it's in front of us all the time. This complacency grows and we just go, oh, look, there goes another one. That's just too bad. So is this a sign of the times we live in, where our consciences are getting more and more hardened, that we don't feel the slightest guilt for doing something quite wrong? So let's look at some key issues of being addicted to stealing. Like any habit built on the lure of easy money, it's desire for status or the adrenaline of the risk. It requires the same methods to break as any other habit. Motivational increase, a presence of good internal coaches, so internal truth coaches, at the point at the point of temptation. An alternative action to provide, just to give that alternative action, the opposite action, just to build that sense of power, or to gain, or to a sense of progress in life.